Hey there gardeners, Chris here from Steading. This is a Camphor Laurel, which is a weed here in Australia. They're not an ideal thing to have growing in your garden because basically they are very, very vigorous. They tend to outcompete most other stuff. I think the violets here, which are another fairly invasive plant, are one of the few things that have kind of really survived around them, apart from the big gum tree. And these have been quite a good screen. Like we had them all the way up here. In just kind of 2 years, they'd grown up to say 3 meters tall. They grew really, really rapidly. Obviously, they don't care when the conditions are really harsh. So I mean, there are some ways in which they're good. However, they do eventually like drop seeds, which can be spread. The little seedlings pop up everywhere. Bit of a nightmare. So the idea was to remove these. We still want the screen because behind is our shade garden, or our fairy garden as we call it, and essentially we want that to be nice and well protected in summer when the sun is going to be coming across here. And that is why the Camphor Laurel, while very, very annoying, we're doing somewhat of a job that was important. But we're trying to replace them now. So I've chopped all of these down and I've poisoned the stumps. I did use glysophate because basically these things are really hard to get rid of. I basically chopped them, drilled into the trunk and put the glysophate in, and they're kind of dying off a little bit. Apparently it takes quite a few weeks, so we're just going to see how that works and if it works, or whether it requires a lot more effort on my part to try and really kill these off, because I don't want to just be basically blanketing this whole area of the garden with poison in the soil. That is not ideal at all. However, I really do want to get rid of these, and I want to plant stuff that is going to replace them and be just a little bit kind of less invasive and a less of a problem in the garden. Now we've got 2 plants in, or really 1 species of plant in, to try and do that, and we're going to see how they go. And they are quite a tough plant as well, so let's have a look. Okay, so as you can see here, we've got a Lillypilly, and Lillypillys are an Australian native. Obviously, we've picked some varieties which are I believe they call them, they're resistant to the common Lillypilly disease. So that is important because otherwise they get kind of leaf damage and they look really ugly. And while the looking ugly isn't such a problem, it's the issue that obviously they've got a disease. So what have we got here? We have a Cascade version of the Lillypilly, and I wanted fruiting Lillypillys because I do kind of like the idea of having a fairly productive garden, and it's not just going to feed us, it can also help feed some of the native wildlife. Over here we've got another one, which I'll move the camera so that you can have a look, because I wanted to try a couple of different varieties. These are kind of set back from where our Camphor Laurels have been cut down, and I put in fresh soil for them in the hopes that if there was any of that glysophate that didn't get drilled directly into those trees, kind of hitting the soil, that these would be far enough back and in fresh enough soil and separated enough that it shouldn't impact them. But really at the end of the day, we're not sure if that's going to happen. And you could say, well, why didn't you just chop out all those Camphor Laurels and really like basically clear the whole area, dig it all out, everything like that, and give it a bit of time. And the simple question is, over here behind me is our shade garden, which needs that protection in summer, which hopefully the Lillypillys will offer. And we've got about 3.5 months for these to grow up a bit and for everything to get a little bit tougher before we hit that really hot summer weather. And worst case scenario, I've actually put up a shade cloth along there to help protect some of the stuff behind it. And it's possible I may need to put in another shade cloth to protect this section of the garden, because we've taken out all that protection offered by the Camphor Laurels. And it's important to note that they are an annoying weed, but they still do offer some advantages. And that's not to say the advantages are more important than them being a weed, but you have to be mindful when you take stuff out, there's going to be a flow-on effect of everything around it. And why we didn't just dig it all out? Well, because there's a huge, or 2 huge gum trees right here, and we'd be digging in amongst their roots. It's not super feasible, to be honest. There are other places where you probably could do that. For us here, it's, yeah, not so possible. Let's have a look at the other Lillypilly. It's just a spider there who I've just upset. So that's a little shoot from the old Camphor Laurel, which, as you can obviously imagine, that's looking a little poisoned because I did pull it out of the ground down where we've poisoned the other ones. And then we've got our other Lillypilly here, which is a slightly different version. This is the Plum Magic version, and yeah, high resistant to psyllid. Psyllid, is that the way you pronounce it? I assume so. And we're hoping that these varieties will flourish here, grow nice and tall, provide a bit of screening, because one of the things we actually did realize is that when we chopped all this down, we could see right up to the neighbor's barbecue area. So we do want the screening here, but we want it to be native plants, and we want it to be just like slightly better options for the garden. And that's the attempt anyway. We'll see how it goes, because these surviving through summer will be the big challenge.